Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio, and we are broadcasting live from Belgium. For a good day to everyone watching, listening, tuning into our Sunday's broadcast for today. Po, I am Sister Victoria Elenita Lopez from the local of Adulthood, Belgium, and I'll be one of your hosts for today. However, I'm not alone, so let's now go to
Me? Goedemorgen, namiddag en goede avond aan onze kijkers bij INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio. I am Sister K. Bibis from the Group Worship Service of Hest op de Berg, Belgium, and we're so glad to be with all of you. I am back to you Ate Eunice tuloy. Namiss ko si Ate Eunice. Ate April, of course.
Yes, so we would like to greet everyone, Paul, who is tuning in. Thank you so much for being here once again with us. We'd like to thank our Almighty God, of course, our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, Brother Angelo V. Manalo, our Christian Family Organization Coordinator.
Yes, and we can still be watched or streamed live on our YouTube channel. Just search for INCRadio DZM954 and click live now. But you can also follow us on our different social media platforms, such as on Instagram. You can find us on INCRadio Official, as well on Facebook, INCRadio Official as well. And you can also keep following us on INC News and Updates, and on Twitter, INC News _updates. And time check, it is currently 4:05 p.m. Central European Time, and in the Philippines, it's 11:05 p.m. as well. So to everyone who is going home or still outside, hope you're enjoying your day. And let's go to our weather check. Actually, that's why I'm saying enjoy your day, because here in Belgium you can see from my window and from Ate April's window, it's very sunny, which is a rare day in February for Belgium. But it is sunny today. Thank you. Thank the Lord that it is. And so, but currently it is still 4 degrees Celsius. So it's still very cold, even though it's sunny. So make sure that you have your jacket on and sweater and scarf. In Paris naman, let's go to Paris. It is currently 7 degrees Celsius as well. And it is, there's a little bit of sun, but I think it's more cloudy there. In Monaco, of course, it's 11 degrees Celsius, the one of the warmest countries, the warmest country actually in our district. But it is cloudy, so not much sun. And then Switzerland, of course, hindi ko makakalimutan ng Switzerland, 8 degrees Celsius. And it is very sunny there as well. But make sure that you also check out your weather because it is going to drop into the minus Celsius degrees tonight. So make sure that, you are inside, or you cover yourself up or layered up. Ayan, now let's go to our comments. Let's go to our greetings kasi ang dami ng mga kapatid naghihintay to be read. So, our Christian Roda says, happy watching everyone on INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio. Karosi Hamon says, hello po, have a wonderful Sunday afternoon po. Enjoy watching po. Greetings from the local of Brussels, Belgium, District of Western Europe. And then we have Kajeri Tumbaga saying, happy viewing from Bastille Locale, France. WEU, good day to all INC members all over the world. We have Karoda Sika saying, Sunday habit na po ito mga kapatid. Magsasama-sama tayo, enjoy in a while. Hashtag Bastille. And then Carlolita Valdez says, happy viewing, hashtag Bastille. We have Wilma Flores saying, happy Sunday po sa lahat ng mga kapatid from local of hashtag Bastille. Ronald Flores saying, watching po from the local of Bastille, France, Western Europe. We have Zefli Morano. Hello po mga kapatid. Hello po Zef. We have here Jenny Viloria saying, watching po from Valdoise. Jerry Viloria saying, greetings po to all brethren. Happy viewing po from local of Valdoise, France, District of Western Europe. Ka Edward Ferrer says, Happy viewing po mga kapatid, hashtag Basti. Ka Jordan Saraza says, Bonjour mga kapatid from lokal ng Basti, France. Ka Rosita Antalan says, Hello po mga kapatid, happy viewing po from hashtag Basti. We have Ka INC Aguilar saying happy viewing po from hashtag Antwerp, Belgium. We have Ka Christian Celestino saying happy Sunday po everyone, hashtag Basti. We have Ka Reynaldo Queja saying hashtag Basti. Ka Christian Andrew Villoria saying happy viewing po, hashtag Monaco. We have Ka Xavier Rovic Maluyo saying happy viewing, fellow brethren, from local ng Basti. Ka Danatea AR saying happy Sunday po mga kapatid, viewing from the local of hashtag Basti. Ate April, do we have more? Maybe you're looking through some more.
Yes, ate. So we have here from Kakenet po, Rebibi saying happy viewing po to all brethren watching from the group worship service of Hest of the Mbere. From Sister April Kate Ramos po, hello po from hashtag Basti. Then we have from Ka Daniel Pinok, looking forward to the program po. From Pinok Family, hashtag Paris. Then we have from Sister Laura Tumbaga, happy viewing and greetings to everyone all around the world from hashtag Basti France. And lastly, for now, we have from Sister Normita Sevilla. Hello po from local of Brussels, Belgium. Sunny but freezing cold. Indeed po, Sister Normita. We will read more comments later on, so please make sure po to leave your comments down below. And for now, we will take a break and we will watch and listen to an INC News Report live. So, Kuya Pongpo, Kuya Irene, can you please show us the pictures of our activity? It's our activity po, blood donation po in Torhout, Belgium po. Ayan. So, thank you po. In unity with the many activities launched by the church administration, the Ecclesiastical District of Western Europe eagerly conducted a blood donation activity in the group worship service GWS of Torhout, Belgium. Brethren from the local congregation wholeheartedly participated in this meaningful initiative, demonstrating their love and care for others by donating blood. Guided by the officers and medical professionals, they were reminded of the Christian values of compassion, selflessness, and unity in helping those in need. This activity not only contributed to the well being of the community, but also strengthened the bond among the brethren as they worked together in fulfilling God's teachings. The members of the Church of Christ in this part of the world remain steadfast in their faith and continue to take part in endeavors that bring them closer to one another and most importantly to God. So ayan po, you can now see po the nice pictures that they took po during this activity po. And with that being said, thank you so much po, Kuya Tek. And welcome back to INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio po. But before we continue, we'd like to send our warmest greetings to Brother Montreal Boy, our INC Media Production Section Chief, Brother Wally Taray, our INC Radio Station Manager, of course, Brother Marvin Adriano, our District Minister here in Western Europe, Brother Jeffrey Morano, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Christian Celestino, our District Christian Family Organization Overseer, and Brother Christian Andrew Villoria, our District Multimedia Advisor. So, at the gate, I am feeling like I want to play a game. So maybe we can do our trivia questions.
Yes, we're going straight to our trivia questions now. And this one is a lot, like we promised last week, this is a lot easier than what Ate April had prepared for us. So, but Ate April will join us with this game because she doesn't know the answers to this. Or maybe she does, who knows? So, the first question is, what was the first food eaten by astronauts on the moon? A, applesauce, B, bacon, C, peanuts, or D, cheese? So random.
How would I know, ate? Um, if I went up into space, I would eat bacon.
Oh, wow.
So I would go with bacon.
You'd go with bacon. at the April, maybe some from our live chat also answered.
Yes po, please. Ah, here. So we have Sister Rose Hamon saying A, which was was it peanuts? No,
A was
A.
applesauce.
Applesauce. Okay, so A, applesauce daw po. Kalindol says D. Um, Atimian says A. So those are the answers for now po. Please join us in our trivia questions because we're excited to see po what you think. Oh, Sister Petronila saying bacon. So
Bacon.
she's joining me in my answer. What is it, ate?
So the answer is bacon.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
So during the Apollo 11 mission, astronauts ate bacon cubes as part of their first meal on the moon. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, the more we know.
The more we know, indeed. So, those in the live chat, please feel free to send in your answers and maybe help out at the April, but not like she needs help. She got
Please.
that one. She got that one correctly. Okay, so question number 2. What ingredient in spicy foods gives chili peppers their heat? A. Curcumin. B. Capsaicin. C. Allicin. Or D. Pectin. I've never heard any of these ingredients.
Me neither. I think I have to guess now. Okay. Um let's go with A because it's the easiest one to read, I think. So
Curcumin.
yes, that. I'll go with that. But I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay, so I think I see Karenaldo Panganiban says D, which is pectin. Uh, Atemean says B, which is capsaicin. Karossi says C. Ka Rosemary says B. Kakim says C. Capetronilla says B. Norm says B as well. Okay, so the right answer is B, capsaicin. Capsaicin is a compound found in chili peppers that binds to heat receptors in the mouth, creating the burning sensation we associate with spiciness.
I had no idea, ate. So
It's okay. I didn't know that. It was even
we're
hard to
learning
already
here.
pronounce. Okay, so third question. What popular snack was once used as a form of currency by the Aztecs? A. Cacao beans. B. Popcorn. C. Almonds. Or D. Coffee beans.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You said it was going to be easier, ate. It's not.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm doubting between A and D. So cacao beans and coffee. I'll go with D. Coffee beans. Yeah.
Coffee beans. Okay.
Yes.
Ateman says A. Cacao beans. Karasi says B. Car Christian says A. Ka Francesca says A. Ka Kim says D. Ka Rosemary says D. Ka Reynaldo says, Bahala na po A. Ka Mariani says B. Ka Petronila says B as well. Meron pang A, meron pang B. Ka Mark Vanacker says B. Karandel says A. Ayan. So, the correct answer is A, cacao beans. The Aztecs valued
Oh,
cacao cacao beans so much that they used them as money. They also have made a bitter chocolate drink from them, which evolved into modern chocolate when sugar and milk were added. Yeah.
I should have known kasi chocolate is really valuable, di ba,
Yeah,
ate? So,
it is. It's still valuable in Switzerland and in Belgium.
di ba? So,
Yeah.
okay. Makes sense.
Okay, so fourth question. What is the only fruit that has seeds on the outside? A. Raspberry. B. Blueberry. C. Strawberry. Or D. Kiwi. This one is easy. I shouldn't
I
have included it.
I think strawberries. Uh,
Strawberry. You think
let's
strawberry?
see. Let's see if the rest agrees. Baka hindi naman.
Okay, so I think they're leaving you alone because they know it's easy.
It's pretty obvious.
Fatima says C. Hakim says C. Car Christian says C as well. Um, Karandel says C. Felix Elijah says C. Rosemary says strawberry. Okay, so the right answer is strawberry. Unlike most fruits, strawberries store their seeds on the outside. Each tiny dot on a strawberry surface is technically an individual seed. Okay, number 5, last question. What common pizza topping was once considered a luxury food? A. Mushrooms. B. Pepperoni. C. Lobster. Or D. Pineapple. Yung mga Italians po nating mga kapatid dyan. I know. Uh, I know you guys, don't agree with what we're putting on our toppings, but
So, yung question was the expensive or
okay, what common pizza topping was once considered a luxury food?
luxury. Okay.
Car
Uh,
Christian says B,
B.
pepperoni.
C. Well, I'm actually waiting for the Italians to comment down below.
Ate Man says C, which is lobster. Ka Randall says C. Ka Grace says C. Kazak says C. Ate Krista says C. Mark says C.
Christian says no ananas.
No, ananas, pineapple. Kakim says B, pepperoni. Oh, he also says no ananas. Ananas is a pineapple in French and in Dutch. Ananas, I think it's the same, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can completely say that Italians don't agree with pineapple as a topping, but the correct answer is lobster. Lobster was once so abundant in North America that it was considered cheap food, often fed to others. Over time, it became a luxury ingredient and is now even used as a gourmet pizza topping. I have never tried a pizza with lobster topping.
It wasn't even one of my options, Atik. It doesn't make sense to me. Why would you want that?
Why would you put seafood on pizza?
But I do agree. Do you like pineapple on pizza, Ate?
I kind of don't want to. Now I'm scared.
You
No,
do?
I do. I actually enjoy pineapple pizza.
I can't eat that.
You can't?
Alright.
You don't
No,
like?
it's kasi it's fruit. Why would you?
It's the sweetness of the pineapple that adds good
Yeah.
taste to the pizza. Ayan,
Okay,
naging yung topic natin naging pizza na.
yes, our topic for today is pizza.
Well, it's not. Okay, so that was our trivia questions. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in our trivia questions. I think some are talking now about the food. So, keep talking, sure. But let's go muna to some YouTube comments. I think we have a lot more greetings above the pizza talk at April.
Yes. Okay, we have here from Brother JK saying Happy Sunday to everyone. Greetings from Geneva, North Switzerland. From Brother Mike Pineda, happy viewing to all brethren in Western Europe. From Ate Eunice saying hello to my co-host. Hi Ate. Watching from Monaco. And then we have from Brother Florian Canlas, greetings from the local of #Bastille. Then we have from Brother Steven Cedric Maluyo, happy viewing po from Bastille, Paris, in France. Then we have from Sister Josie Van Braban saying hi po from Antwerp, Belgium. Brother Antonio Pagtakan, #Basti France daw po. From Sister Rochelle Aguilar, happy viewing po mga kapatid, hashtag Basti. From Sister Lenny po, happy viewing po, hashtag Falzoise. From Kagray Saman, happy viewing po from the local of Antwerp, Belgium, District of Western Europe. From Brother Jonathan Tuazon, hello po, happy viewing po mga kapatid. From the Tuazon family, local of Nice. And we have here from Brother Alex Aguilar, watching from hashtag Antwerp, Belgium. We have from Sister Rosemary Chu saying happy viewing po sa lahat from Marseille, France, Western Europe. So yes, please po keep on commenting like we said, even if it's about food po, we'd love to read that. And maybe Ate, it's time to introduce us to our topic for today.
Yes. So our topic for today is growing up too fast and transition from childhood to adulthood. Today we Today, when children take on responsibilities beyond their years, often being caretakers for siblings or even their own parents, through real life stories, we'll unpack how early responsibilities shape a person's identity, relationships, and sense of self worth. Finally, we'll explore ways to heal and set healthy boundaries for those who experience, for their experiences, offering hope for reclaiming a childhood that may have been lost too soon. Ayan. So now let's go to our first question, Ate Eunice. And also to those in the live chat, please feel free to answer. Bakit ka natatawa sa akin?
Did you call
Really?
me Ate Eunice?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know, the second time na it's hindi na ano siya acceptable. I'm very sorry, Ate April.
It's okay, it's okay.
Namimiss ko si Ate Eunice tuloy.
No, it
I
happens.
miss hosting with the both of you talaga at the
Yeah.
same time. So, okay. So, like I was saying in the live chat, those who are there, please feel free to answer also our questions and we will read them as well. So, join our conversation for today. So, Ate April, Ate
Ayan.
April, what were some tasks or roles you took that felt beyond your years? Because, like, di ba you're the eldest child?
Yes, and you too, Ate, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, and perfect topic. Okay, what are some tasks or roles na I took that felt beyond my years? I would say taking care of my siblings from a young age. Um, and I think it also depends on the culture ate because for example in the Philippines we find it normal na you would take care of your siblings while your parents are working or doing something else. So it's a little parang yes, it's beyond my years, but it's also a normal thing for us. So I would say indeed taking care of my siblings from the moment na I first met them. Like I would while my parents were working, I would like parang pinupush ko yung stroller so that my sister would fall asleep. Yeah. Or whenever my parents would attend worship service, you obviously have to watch your siblings. I don't know if you can relate, ate.
Mm, not so much. I think, yeah, I guess like I can see that because when I first met you, your siblings were very, very, very young. And
Yeah.
both your parents, they have duties, so they had to perform and you had to take care of them, of course. So for me, I don't think it was much about the taking care of stuff. I think it was, for me it was being like a messenger between my brother and my parents.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how sometimes there are struggles where communication between parents and children, it's very depending of course on the generation or how they grew up, or you know
Mm,
and sometimes it can, there are arguments or discussions growing up that the way parents say it, it's not easy for children to understand.
yes.
And I always had to be play referee.
Yeah.
I had to, my parents would say to me, you know, kausapin mo yung kapatid mo.
Oh,
Like that.
yeah.
Kausapin mo kapatid mo, like, talk to him. And because there's always because we're siblings ate, and I understand, like, it's not that my parents don't understand him, but I have a way of talking to him, and I know how to
Yeah.
talk to him. How I know how to get him to talk as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I think my role basically is to sometimes be the middleman in, between my parents and my brother, because we're just with two. So that much taking care of him, not really, because you're also 3 years apart lang. Our mom was fortunately always at home with us. She took care of us, she was a
Mm-hmm.
24/7 mom talaga sa amin. So the taking care part, I didn't I didn't experience it the way you did. But
Mm-hmm.
was it beyond our years? No, I think I'm very fortunate with my parents na, they didn't give me roles of for me not to enjoy my childhood or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's nice to hear. Like, kasi I love having conversations with like the eldest siblings kasi in some way we can really relate to each other and you also feel heard because like talking about with your siblings, I don't know ate, but parang they don't get it. Not necessarily na it's a negative thing, but they just they didn't experience it. So yes, I actually like our conversation
Shout
today.
out to all the eldest children too, the
Yes.
eldest siblings, because the eldest always had to be the most understanding one. I mean, there was usually usually that's the case, right? Because that's the expectation that comes with being the eldest son or daughter, and you have to be more understanding, you have to be more giving, you have to be, you have to give way kasi ikaw yung nakakaintindi. So, those are things that, like, as eldest, that's something that, the youngest or the middle child won't understand. But I'm not saying, of course, that they don't have their own thing that,
Yes, of course, of course.
yeah.
No,
So,
but
um,
yeah, kasi ate, di ba you said like being you have to be understanding, the one that's more giving. Those are like kind of responsibilities that were put onto us, no, without asking. And do you have like other responsibilities that come to mind when you think of your childhood together with Kuya Elijah?
responsibilities come to mind. I always thought that my responsibility as the ate is to be a role model to him, to
Mm,
do, to be on top of my studies, to show him, na, oh, I have to be studious as well, like ate, or to to behave like ate because, they're the
yes.
eldest. I don't know, like, I always thought na I always tried to be a good role model to him, to
Mm.
to Elijah, shout out. But for those who know me and my brother, of course, we're polar opposites then, and all you can really do is guide them as the eldest. I'm talking from the oldest child point of view because that's the only
Yes.
point of view I can share. But I know, talking so much with my brother, that being the youngest is also not easy because parents then put an expectation on them for following the footsteps of the eldest daughter or
Yes.
son. And so, we all have different. Wait, I actually saw a comment here from Kaanita Aguirre saying, "Well, I hope the children of INC will grow responsible and have respect to their parents and not be influenced by the growing children who doesn't know how to respect their parents now." Trending. That's very true. So definitely very important, because in the church, we're taught from the time that we were in CWS to always be respectful to our parents, follow them. And yeah, I think the youth of the church naman does that. And
Mhm.
growing up, there's a lot of things that you have to go through. So I have another question actually. How did your childhood differ naman from that of your peers or your siblings?
Um, okay. I think it's a little more different dito, ate, kasi we grew up here basically in Europe, in Belgium. Um, usually here, they don't have much responsibilities, or it's not common to do chores from a young age, to take care of your siblings. It's always yung parents dito that do that, or other people. So I would say yung, yes, taking care of my siblings, doing household chores from an early age, and I'm grateful that I was learned to I was taught to do those chores because it will help me later on in life. So I'm actually grateful for that. Of course, when you're younger, you think, I want to play, but um, it was a good thing for me. So I think in that way, I differ from my peers, and compared to my siblings, I always tell them this. I don't know if you can relate at it. I paved the way. I paved the way. So I I walked so they could run.
Yeah,
Diba?
that's true. Yeah.
Yes. So kasi being the eldest, it's also the first time for our parents
Yeah.
like experiencing having a child. So we have to give them grace as well. It's they didn't know either what to do. So and when with our siblings, they knew already a couple things. So of course it's a little bit different. So I see you agreeing, Ate. Can you relate?
Hey, pretty much. But it's true, like growing up, at least here where, here in Europe, when I look at my peers, they don't have the sense of responsibility now. Oh, they could, like, I have friends that, both their parents are working, but they're very independent siblings. They each sibling live their own lives, right? But
Yeah.
for us, I guess because of how we were raised, and even what is taught to us is to watch over each other all the time, and to
Mm-hmm.
even at school, my dad would say, tingnan mo yung kapatid mo,
Yes.
Oh yeah, the amount of times that I hear that when I was still in high school, when Elijah and I used to go to the same high school campus, he would always say that. Why? Because yeah, my brother is like accident prone, for example. Those are things that, as the eldest, it's my responsibility that he's not, he doesn't get into trouble or whatnot, because that we're basically our parents ano ba yun? CCTV. We're their watchers to our siblings,
Yes.
and yeah, like that's true, because parent, as the eldest, we were how do we were raised differently, because our parents also were trying out different
Yeah,
parenting,
exactly.
ano ba yun, parenting strategies and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
to really get to know themselves as parents, diba? So yeah, you have to, as eldest, you have to be very understanding, and that's why I think most eldest siblings or eldest child are actually mm, the most understanding out of the bunch. So
I
yeah.
definitely agree. I think also being understanding goes both ways na when it comes to your siblings, but also towards your parents. Kasi you also know they're people as well. And especially growing older na, you realize that they do a lot of sacrifice for us. So
Mm,
I can relate to being the understanding one out of the bunch. So yes, I agree, Ate. And I actually saw a comment from my mom. She says she's also the eldest. And it gave her responsibilities beyond her capacity at a young age. However, those experiences made me stand firm, brave, and always know what to do. I think that's the positive side of learning from a young age, doing chores and parang being independent. It helps you later on in life. And like I said, sometimes at the moment itself, as a child, you don't really get it, but you will eventually. So, yes, Ate, I have another question for you. Were there actually moments na, okay, you wished you could just be a kid because you had this eldest sibling role, being an ate? Were there times that you thought na, oh, I wish I could just be a child right now?
Um, no, but I always wondered how it was like to be the youngest.
Me too.
And I look at my brother, and just knowing like me as the ate, right? And like the things I do for him, of course. Like I always wondered, oh, it's like, what is it like to be the youngest and to be the one, like, sometimes given more than the eldest. But to wish that I was a kid, I don't, like I said, I don't think my parents gave me a parent role talaga, because my mom was always there, my dad was always there. So to they were, my mom was always at home. I mean, she was,
Mhm.
taking care of me, my brother. So I didn't feel like at one point that I had to be a parent to my sibling, right? But at the same time, there are times where I did wish na I wouldn't have to like be a middle person between,
Yeah.
them. But you know, you cannot help it as the eldest to just be there, to be the middle ground, because you understand both sides and you're being very understanding of both sides. And sometimes sometimes, because diba, we're just human beings, we can be very stubborn, and it's hard to communicate that way when you have when you have one point of view and the other point of view. And being the middle person sometimes it really helps with the family dynamic too. How about you? Were there moments naman that you wished you could just be a kid, or did you ever feel that way? Maybe, I don't know.
I think I relate more to what you said, Athena. Sometimes I wished I could, I know, experience how it is to be the younger sibling. Kasi you know, being the ate, they or at least I try always to be a person for them to go to, um, someone they can lean on, or whenever my parents are unavailable, for example, I feel like I'm their mother. I'm their second mother, right? And you have this mother figure. So sometimes I wish I could experience that as well. Of course, I have that with my mom, but I mean, like having an older sibling, I always tell my
Oh
sister,
yeah.
I wish I had like an older brother. Maybe I want to, I don't know, just feel how that, I don't know how that is to have someone to go to when you're overwhelmed, or uh,
Mhm.
someone to talk to, that you can go to someone older than you and that would get it kasi they're in the same family. So I don't think I felt that way, but definitely wanting to have an older sibling, yes.
Now that you mentioned it, actually, like for me, I was able to find that in, my friends. Like, shout out Ate Jonah, Kuya Robert. They're like older siblings to me talaga. So like, when it gets overwhelming to be an older sibling or the eldest child in the family, it's good to find that type of ate figure or kuya figure in our friends. Maybe they're probably our friends more than our blood relate blood related family, right? So yeah, definitely I also wondered what it's like to have a kuya. I have an older cousin. He's more like a kuya to me, but I think I'm too controlling to be to ever let someone be, my full-time kuya or ate. Yeah, it's just how you grew up. But yeah, I hope I think there was another comment actually. Anita Aguirre says, one more thing to the siblings of, INC members: love each other. Don't let the wealth or money separate you from being family. Always remember the teachings that love your brothers and sisters, in blood or not. Ayan. That's very important too, indeed. So before we continue with our program, let's go on to an Iglesia ni Cristo music video called Smile in the Face of Trials. Enjoy po.
Ain't no trial, ain't no test, ain't no hardship that I can't face. Ain't no flood, hurricane, fire, even people ain't gonna bring me down.
All these trials and all these tests can be avoided by our Lord success. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ. So I keep my trust, my hope and my faith in the promises of God and that He will save. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ.
I know, I go through hardships, and I know, God will test me. No one go through fire, and this test can get heavy.
God gives me strength when never running on
So
empty.
I will not be surprised if I face these tests, cause they won't minimize in my life's quest. Faith needs to be purified through all of these tests to be worthy of the prize of forever being blessed. God only give tests, to prove my worth in all these trials and tests will end with this earth. So if these trials come my way, Apostle Peter said, be glad, cause in that, though you stay, I will no longer be sad.
So the trials that I face, they are necessary. As I run my risk, they are only momentary. I'm a servant of God, trials can't break me down. I keep my trust in God to receive the eternal crown.
All these trials and all these tests can be avoided by our Lord success. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ. So I keep my trust, my hope and my faith in the promises of God and that He will save. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ.
Who is the servant that will not be overcome by all of the trials that we face under the sun? The Bible clearly outlines how to reach success in the midst of these trials and none of these tests. The member of the church whose roots are planted deep, who obeys God's commands and God's laws. While he keeps saying in the midst of these trials, his service never ceases. Honor God, he continually worships and praises. That member's faith is strong, his faith is truly firm. He follows God's law in every teaching that he learns. So that is exactly why I'll do my services will never end. I'll serve God with zeal, I'll keep God's commandments.
I will be devoted in my services in His name. In the Church of Christ is where I will always remain. Cause when my faith is firm, I can be turned away. Cause those who are devoted will surely be saved.
All these trials and all these tests can be avoided by our Lord success. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ. So I keep my trust, my hope and my faith in the promises of God and that He will save. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ.
It is written in the Holy Scriptures. His promises portrayed like a vivid picture.
I hold on to His promise cause that is my conviction. And every time that I call, I know that He listens.
I know He's never far, He's only a prayer away. He's right there listening to me every night and day.
He gives me the answers to all of my problems. So no matter what will happen, I will always call Him.
In times of test, I won't be abandoned by the Father, because that is His promise to His sons and daughters.
I need to be tested to purify my faith so that I will remain in the church and never ever turn away.
In times of trials, my faith will remain strong. For this test and trials will only teach me to fight
So
on.
if I go through tests, I know I will not fail. I
Hold on to God's promises, I will prevail.
All these trials and all these tests can be avoided by our Lord success. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ. So I keep my trust, my hope and my faith in the promises of God and that He will save. The Church of Christ, the Church of Christ, the Church of Christ.
Welcome back to INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio. Welkom terug bij INCRadio West Europa Satellite Studio. And before we continue, we'd like to thank all ministers and ministerial workers guiding and helping us in INC Radio. And of course, shout out to our executive producer, Brother Edwin Asebuke. So, Ate, I have another question for you because it's really an interesting conversation that we have. And of course, also to our watchers and listeners. So, being the eldest Ate, how did it shape your ability to maybe trust or depend on others in life?
I think being the eldest is probably like to depend on other people is something that we don't. Well, how do I
We
say?
don't do that.
No, I think people depend on you more as the
Yeah.
eldest. Yeah. Um, but you have to learn how, like, I mean, just because you're the eldest doesn't mean you cannot depend on your parents. Of course you do, right? Because first and foremost, our parents are the ones to guide us, right? And especially depending on our almighty God, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
depending on other people to help you is something that could be difficult. For example, for me it was very difficult because I had to be very independent. I had to be the one that people can rely on, and or I always thought that way. Not saying that it was like that talaga, but my parents relied on me to watch over my brother when we were at school, for example. Very simple things, right? But you have to learn it either way, because you cannot always do everything alone. And that's why asking for help when you can't do something anymore, or you're having struggles, it's the best way to go about it. And how did it shape my ability to trust? I mean, like, you have to give people benefit of the doubt, I guess. Like, you also know the type of people you want to depend on. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's important, getting to know people, the right people. What
Yeah.
about you?
I think it's not so the trust, but maybe trusting them in, for example, in doing things, because I think being the eldest, it also came with kind of being controlling. I don't know if it's the right word, but wanting to make sure everything is going okay, everything is right. So having to, let's say, work with others, for example, on a project at school, I always felt the need to to control me and ate. Yes, para we had a good grade. For
Yeah.
example,
Okay.
it it's difficult for me now when they're when I feel like I have to trust them with certain parts of, for example, the project. And depending on others in life, I've I had troubles with that, because like you said, you're used to people depending on you, your siblings, for example. So for you to ask help, for example, for me it's a difficult thing, and I had to learn that actually, and really change my mindset that we do need help from
Mm-hmm.
time to and we can rely on our parents and to our almighty God. So and it's a normal thing, like we cannot do everything in life. So I think it's a learning process for me when it comes to those things at it.
Yeah, and also, like, now that you mentioned about controlling, I think one of the things that I also, had troubles with before was trying to not let my sibling make the same mistakes as I did. Like,
Yeah.
to make them, be the more perfect version, But
Yes.
you have to let, I think, as an eldest, as the ate, you have to also learn. And sometimes I do tell it to my parents now, sometimes it's okay. Let them make mistakes of their own, because that will make them stronger. That will teach them things that we cannot teach them, because by listening, sometimes it's not all that, right? You have to
Mhm.
experience things to learn from it. So yeah. Last question, ate. Do you struggle with setting boundaries or asking for help as an adult? And sometimes, does it ever make you feel guilty when you prioritize your own needs over others?
Oh, ate. This one. Um, yes, I have difficulties when it comes to that, especially when people are asking me to do things. I have
Mm-hmm.
a hard time saying no,
Mm-hmm.
really. Um, and it's not because I don't think they would not understand. It's because I don't know. I find it parang I have to be able to do. to be able to do it talaga. Parang I give myself pressure na
Mm.
kaya naman. And I think I wish I was as understanding towards myself when it comes to my siblings. For example, when I know my sister has a lot of exams, I would willingly take over um, more chores so that
Mm.
she would be able to study well. And I think um, I wouldn't dare to ask that. Parang I
From
would have
them,
difficult
you
time.
won't you
Yeah,
wouldn't ask that from them. Yeah.
yeah, kasi like you said, being the eldest, you have to set this example, and oh, I just want to be there for them. So and yeah, sometimes it's really difficult when you have to, when you also experience that when it comes to work now and school, na prioritizing your own needs and saying no. So setting boundaries is really really difficult for me, ate.
Yeah.
Do you have the same, or are you more like I can set boundaries naman and
Now I can. Now I have no
oh
choice. Because, you come to know that sometimes building, like, focusing on yourself is very important too. Like at certain point when you go separate ways with your siblings, you go separate ways from your parents, you have to
yeah
focus on your own things and, and set those boundaries. And that's part of growing up. It's you have to have that because you need to also focus on building your own life, diba? It's not forever that we're with our parents, staying in the same under the same roof. Hey, shout out, Papa. Para mapatawa ko. But yeah, it's important that each child or at least from my point of view that we are that we also focus on our own future. And my parents are also big on, you know build your own future and
yeah
do something with your life, because they always say they're not always going to be there. So it's important to set your boundaries and to prioritize things that you need and more than other people. So yeah.
Yeah, Ate, you said something kanina, and I actually want to ask if you can relate. Because you said like you don't want, for example, Elijah to make the same mistakes as you did, so that he can be the best, a better version, right? Diba? I feel like as eldest sibling, parang we we are the biggest supporters of our siblings,
Yeah.
and there hasn't been any time na I was jealous, or kasi
Oh
I
yeah.
just want the best for them, and I even want them to be better than me,
Yeah. Yeah.
diba? So I think it's more like an overall experience for us talaga as eldest
Yeah.
to support our siblings in that way.
Shout out to all the siblings out there, especially to those who can relate to us, because really, I think out of like all the eldest siblings I've met and talked to and learned, got to know, they're one of the most selfless people,
Yeah,
and like they're the next in line as a parent when the time comes. But yeah, I think I think appreciation to them. And also
diba?
of course to our siblings. I'm sure it's not easy to be the youngest or the middle child either.
Yeah.
So yes, but we of course have a better kasi wala na tayong oras, but there is of course a better advice that we can get, and which is from the verse of the week, turning to God during hard times. So let's all watch this.
You know, we really are going through hard times. Many are experiencing sickness, financial difficulties, and even emotional problems. Some even say they don't remember life being this hard. And so this may cause many to place their hope in powerful figures, including influencers. But who should we turn to during hard times? I'm Brother Erwin Sunga, and we'll answer this question in this verse of the week. Here in 1 Corinthians, the chapter is 10, the verse is 13. No test or temptation that comes your way is beyond the course of what others have had to face. All you need to remember is that God will never let you down. He'll never let you be pushed past your limit. He'll always be there to help you come through it. Here, the Bible is reminding God's people that even during the worst of our problems, God will never let us down. He'll never push us past our limit. Our Lord God knows exactly what we can and cannot handle. And so we should turn to Him when we need help. And God will always be there to help us through any challenge that comes our way. Dear friends, we encourage you to join us in our worship services here in the Church of Christ, so you can find out how you can also benefit from a genuine relationship with God. We hope this verse of the week gives you the inspiration you need to start your week. Stay safe, stay strong, stay faithful. God bless.
Welcome back to INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio, and that was the verse of the week. And now let's go on to greetings. Thank you so much to our tech in the Philippines, of course. Thank you so much, mga kuyas, for staying with us all the time. And sadly, we're coming to a close. I just want to give out a huge shout out and congratulations pala to the Mercado family. Congratulations on baby Noah. Ayan, to Brother Randall and to Sister Sweet, and to the whole Mercado and Dausin family. Ayan. Also, advance happy birthday. Sorry. Advance happy birthday to baby Amaya Tuason, of course, and to Sister Sweet, those Mercado. Sorry, those Mercado. And greetings to my parents, to Bluey, to my brother, to the Woodside family in Cincinnati, Ohio, to Brother Matt, of course, and to our resident minister, Brother Lindo Kim Flores. Ayan, Ate April.
Yes, I would like to greet our resident minister, Kalindo Kim Flores, as well as all the brethren in Antwerp, my family, and of course, shout out to our siblings. And yes, and also shout out to all of you po who commented, actively participated po in each and every part of our program po. Thank you so much po, and we appreciate all of you. So, Ate, what do we always say?
Yes, we always say have a blessed and productive week. See you next Sunday at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central European Time or 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Philippine Time.
Up next, INCRadio United Kingdom. Bye-bye po!
Bye! Bye po!